Have you ever watched a playoff game and couldn't believe that just happened? These are the 9 luckiest shots that saved NBA players' careers. In the 1990 NBA Finals, the Detroit Pistons played the Trailblazers, who had the super skilled Clyde Drexler, who averaged 26.4 points per game in the series. In Game 5, Isaiah Thomas was having a dazzling game with 29 points and trying to end the series to win his second championship to solidify his career. In the fourth quarter, with 15 seconds left on the clock, Isaiah Thomas tries to break free and ends up dishing it to Vinnie Johnson, who hits an incredible shot, helping the Pistons capture their second championship in just 2 years. But when it comes to shots that may have altered NBA greats' careers, nobody's better than Big Shot Bob. In 2003, the young San Antonio Spurs were looking to knock off the Detroit Pistons, who had just won the NBA championship in 2004. But things with the roster were a little shaky, as Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry, was heavily frustrated due to the rise of Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, stating that they were messing with his money and causing his role to change drastically, only averaging 4.8 points per game in 16 minutes per game. That was a big change to Robert Horry. Yet, in Game 5 against the Detroit Pistons, Horry had 18 points and played a conference high 32 minutes. But as the game got intense in overtime, with only a measly 10 seconds left on the shot clock, the Spurs inbound the ball and Manu Ginobili gets trapped in the corner and he passes to Robert Horry. Horry delivers it in nothing but the bottom of the rope net, giving the Spurs a commanding 3-2 lead. And in 2020, the Los Angeles Lakers were looking to win their first championship in the league GOAT era. While LeBron was the face of the Lakers, he still had a young blossoming star and Anthony Davis, who's currently in the backseat. But in the Western Conference Finals, the Lakers took on the Denver Nuggets, who currently have their numbers. I mean, just look at this out. Yeah, well, the Lakers end up winning Game 1, giving the Nuggets a nice little spanking. Then, things started to heat up in Game 2. Anthony Davis was having an incredible game with 28 points, but Denver, as we know it, doesn't give up and managed to come back. With 22.4 seconds left, Jokic turns into Kareem and makes Anthony Davis look non-existent into a tough jumper. With less than 20 seconds left, the Lakers inbound the ball, LeBron gets it, drives, and passes to KCP, and then Alex Caruso misses, and then Danny Green ends up with the ball, gets blocked, which causes an out-of-bounds play. Then Rondo inbounds, and luckily, Mason Plumlee decides to yell out a switch, causing Anthony Davis to break free and hit an intense three-pointer, capping his night off with 31 points, ultimately leading the Lakers to win their first championship in the league GOAT era. After that, while the Nuggets have completely owned the Lakers, I mean, this is quite sad. One thing all Lakers team have in common is a bit of luck and pure talent, and things definitely got lucky in the Kobe era. In 2004, the Lakers were looking to capture their 5th championship in just 5 years. Things started to get ugly as the owners weren't looking for anything less than their championship. And in Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals, 5.4 seconds left on the shot clock, the Spurs inbound the ball, and Tim Duncan hits an insane shot over Shaq. I mean, that was tough. With only 0.4 seconds left on the shot clock, the Lakers attempt to inbound the ball, and Kobe gets doubled, giving Derek Fisher a glimpse of open space.
They get it to Fisher. He scores!
Making that one of the most iconic shots in playoffs history, and that 8 of his total points. But that's not as lucky as the shot in 2002, where the Lakers faced off against the rising Sacramento Kings. The Kings had a filthy core of Chris Webber, who was averaging 20 points per game, Peja Stojakovic, a human highlight reel, and Mike Bibby, well, at this point he's a professional weightlifter, and also a deadly shooter and Hedo Turkoglu. They were currently averaging the second most points in the NBA, and they were up against the defending champs and the Los Angeles Lakers, who were looking for a three-peat. Who had a prime Shaq and Kobe. The Lakers were down 2-1, and in Game 4, with 1 minute remaining, Kobe Bryant comes in clutch. But then the Kings respond, taking a 99-97 lead. With 12 seconds remaining, the Lakers inbound the ball, and Kobe gets the ball. He drives and misses. Shaq grabs the rebound and misses a point-blank layup. But then Vlade decides to tip it out, and the ball rolls to no other than Big Shot Bob, and he hits a clutch three, helping the Lakers tie this series, leaving the Kings with a sour taste, as the Lakers eventually went on to win the series, then finally winning the 2002 NBA Finals, helping them capture a three-peat. And things kept getting increasingly luckier for the Lakers in 2010. Kobe and the Lakers were looking for their first championship since 2002. During the Western Conference Finals, they faced a two-headed monster of Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire, who were completely destroying the league. It was a battle of the home court, as the Suns won 2 games at home and the Lakers also won 2 games at home, until Game 5 arrived, and it was an extremely close game, as no margin of error was allowed by both teams. And 1.5 remaining, Ron Artest takes a mid-range and misses it, then takes a highly questionable shot and misses it again. I mean, just look at Phil Jackson's face here. Phoenix comes down and Jason Richards hits a clutch three right off the bank of the backboard. Things were looking too good for the Lakers in their championship run. Also, Kobe's legacy post-Shaq era was kind of at stake here. With 3.5 seconds left on the clock, the Lakers inbound the ball to Kobe, and he shoots an incredibly tough jump shot and misses, but Ron Artest somehow ends up in the right spot and nails an insane turning layup off the glass of the backboard, giving the Lakers a 3-2 lead, and the Lakers also end up winning the series. But that's not the only time Ron Artest saves the day. In Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Celtics, with a minute remaining, Ron Artest hits a clutch three, icing the game, putting the Celtics to bed. One thing when it comes to the playoffs, there's a lot of questions and luck. Also the refs. During the 2016 finals, the Golden State Warriors faced off against the Cleveland Cavaliers, a repeat of last year's finals where the Warriors won the series 4-2. Some may argue that was because Kyrie and Kevin Love were hurt, but we're not getting to that. It was because Kyrie and Kevin Love were hurt. The series was tied 3-3 as the Cavs came back from 3-1 with heroic performances from LeBron, Kyrie, and an unappreciated Kevin Love. Game 7 arrived. The game was a nail-biter with both teams playing chess, blow after blow after blow. With the final 3.39 minutes left, both teams were desperate for a bucket. With nothing dropping, 2 minutes left, Kyrie drives to put up a floater, but he misses. The Warriors grab the rebound and get a fast break.
I was in the left corner and Iggy sided on the right side. But when I run it, all I'm telling myself, I'm like, swish. Do not foul him. Anytime that you see me trailing the play, all I need is a little adjustment from the offensive player, and I promise you I'll track it down.
Curry dribbles up and passes to Iggy, and then all of a sudden, that was actually insane. Was it luck or clutch? Well, this one will for sure settle that question. With a minute left, the Cavs inbound the ball. Kyrie gets the ball and
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good.
And yeah, now that was clutch. The Cavs didn't go on to win the series, making an incredible comeback from the 3-1 deficit. LeBron delivers on his promise. Previously, before that, LeBron had something even luckier occur in the NBA playoffs. In 2013, the Miami Heat formed a big three consisting of Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron, who had just won a championship in 2012 against the OKC Thunder and were looking to repeat. They faced off against the San Antonio Spurs, who were looking to knock off Miami as the defending champs. The series was a close one, as the Spurs were leading 3-2. In Game 6, Miami needed a win at home extremely bad to even out the series. With a minute left, Tony Parker hits a nifty reverse pivot jump shot, putting up the Spurs 91-89 with a minute to go. Things weren't looking so good for the defending champs and LeBron's legacy. Things started to go downhill. With the turnover by LeBron, things got so bad, fans started to leave early. Manu ends up missing a free throw and making it only a 4-point game. The Heat called timeout. LeBron shoots a 3 and misses. A clutch recovery by Mike Miller, and James hits his 3, leaving the Heat only down by 2. The Heat end up fouling Kawhi Leonard. He goes to the line and only makes 1 out of 2 free throws. And the Heat push the ball up the court, and one of the luckiest and clutchest moments occur. LeBron misses the 3, Bosh grabs the rebound. Ray Allen backpedals to the 3-point line.
Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Game is tied. The game ended up going to OT as fans were trying to storm back into the stadium to watch. I mean, I did pay for the game. Let me get back in. The Heat win it all in OT, and they eventually win the series 4-3. LeBron wins his 2nd championship in a row in the league goal era. Yet, there's nothing luckier than the rim deciding if you go home or not. In 2018, Kawhi Leonard was traded from the San Antonio Spurs after he was just fed up. Kawhi went on to get traded to the Raptors. He also had a great season, averaging 26.6 points per game. During the 2018 playoffs, Kawhi faced off the 76ers with Joel Embiid, playoff Jimmy, and Ben Simmons. Actually, just with Joel Embiid and playoff Jimmy. The series was heated with both teams winning 3 games apiece. In Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, things were jam-packed throughout the first 3 quarters, with both teams fighting to come on top to make it to the NBA Finals. With 2 minutes left, Kawhi Leonard hits a 2, putting the Raptors up, and then possessions later, Siakam hits a tough layup. Raptors foul putting Embiid at the line and hits both free throws, making the game 88-89. 76ers end up fouling and put Kawhi Leonard at the line. He makes 1 or 2 free throws, giving the 76ers a fast break opportunity, leading to Jimmy buckets hitting a tough layup. This is where things really got intense at the Raptors arena. The whole arena got goosebumps as the Raptors called the timeout. After the timeout, Marc Gasol inbounds the ball to Kawhi and
Up top, looks at the clock, turns the corner for the win.
Could you imagine losing a playoff game like that?